Hello. Has anybody else ever stayed at the Motel 6? Oh my God, you got to see the accommodations of one of these places. Prisons have nicer accommodations. And in prison, you don't have to pay for the sex. I checked in there last week with my 15-year-old nephew. After I checked in, I walked back to the front desk and said, listen, can you do me a favor and can you make sure that the porn in my room is disabled? She looks at me, she says, we only have regular porn, you sick bastard. I ended up taking a kid out to a disco dance because what 15-year-old wouldn't want to go to a disco dance on a Friday night, right? But this kid got into it. When they played jump, this kid jumped. When they played the twist, this kid twisted. And when they played Come On Eileen, this kid got kicked out. We ended up getting back after midnight. I called the front desk. This same woman answers the phone. I said, listen, I need a wake-up call. She says, okay, you're an alcoholic piece of shit. And I said, thanks, I needed that. I went to an Irish wedding with my wife. The DJ says, find that person that brought you the most comfort in your life and hold that person, squeeze that person, grab that person tight. I'm telling you, the poor bartender was nearly crushed to death. I asked my wife what her sister's going to make this year for Christmas. She said, as seen like always. Last year for Christmas, I got a sweater. This year I'm hoping for a motor or a screamer. We decided to name our Christmas tree this year Amy Winehouse because we know it's going to die and leave a shitload of needles all over the place. Oh, I think it's funny. Too soon? It's been 5 fucking years. I went to Walmart the other day. I see a woman walking around Walmart. She's got 2 kids on a leash. I walked over to her and said, they are really cute kids. Were they rescues? She got really pissed off. She got right in my face. I got nervous. I didn't know what to do, so I complimented her on her mustache. I just read that Walmart is putting in dental offices in all their stores. But the kicker is they're going to have an express lane for patients with 7 teeth or less. We had a German family living with us for a while. Our first Sunday brunch, Hans Sr. comes out and he says, we don't have bagels like this in Germany. I said, oh really, Hans? Whose fucking fault was that? A little Hans Jr., that kid is weird and scary all at the same time. I'm telling you, this kid is weird. This kid is thin as a rail, but he identifies with being fat. The kid claims he is trans slender. And scary. Woo! I'm talking Jeffrey Dahmer scary. Anybody remember Jeffrey Dahmer? He was eating 5 Guys even before it was a restaurant. Anyway, I think little Hans may have a better shot at eating my wife than I do. And my kids laugh at me because they think I'm crazy. And I laugh right back because I know it's hereditary. The girl next to me at work, she says, there's a spider. So I went to take off my shoe to kill the spider. She said, don't kill the spider, take the spider out, take him out. So I did. We had lunch, we went for drinks. He was a cool guy. Get this, he tells me he wants to be a web developer.
Web developer.
I got my official Olympic 2020 condoms in the mail. Very excited about that. The first night I put my gold one on, my wife takes one look at that. She says, yo, why don't you put on a silver and come second for a change? I said, why don't you invite one of your hot friends over? I'll gladly take the podium wearing the bronze. Me with a threesome, let me tell you something. If I want to upset and disappoint 2 people at once, I'll just go to dinner with my parents. I had a friend of mine who went out and he got a vasectomy because he thought it would stop his wife from getting pregnant. Apparently all it does is change the color of the baby. A feminist asked me, how do I view lesbian relationships? And I told her in high definition whenever possible. My daughter went into a maternity shop. She needed a new bra. The woman said, what bust? She said, the fucking condom. From the mouth of babes, huh? And women, please stop saying that all men are the same. Nobody asked you to try all of them. Hey, can you imagine if a woman had to have an orgasm in order to have a baby? I think there'd be about 7 people left in the world.
Why are you looking at me?
I don't know. My kid was at his girlfriend's house. She says to him, hey, you want to go upstairs? He says, yeah, sure. She says, you got protection? He says, why? Who's up there? He was out with another girl. She tried to tell him that having a small penis was not such a big deal and nothing to be ashamed over. He said, I know, I just wish you didn't have one at all. My kid ass-styled me the other night. I picked up the phone. My kid said, no, I'm sorry, Pop, I called you by mistake. I said, no worries, champ, we had you by mistake. My daughter says to my wife, she's the eldest, she says, listen, the day I was conceived, did you really want a boy or did you really want a girl? My wife says, I really only wanted a back rub. My daughter came to me, she asked me, I said, listen, it was very, very simple. One night about 9 months before you were born, you went to a party with me and you came home with your mother. She was insistent. She wanted to know how she conceived. So I told her. I said, listen, Daddy found this incredible little seed. And we planted that seed, and we nurtured that seed, and we watered that seed, and we watched that seed grow into an incredible plant with incredible buds. And in 3 months, we cut those buds, and we tried those buds, and we smoked those buds. And Daddy got so fucking high that I forgot to put on a condom. She was relentless. She says, why are you white, mommy's black, and I'm brown? I said, kid, don't even go there. With the way that party went, you're lucky you ain't barking like a fucking dog. I was sitting on a couch the other night. It was my wife and I and our 2 kids. It was a beautiful night, a family moment. It was beautiful. And I leaned over and I said to my wife, hey, babe, isn't it incredible that everybody in this room has been in your vagina?
Nailed it.
My wife says to me, you're 56 years old. When the hell are you going to become famous? I said, as soon as they find the bodies. My wife and I were in bed the other night. She whispers into my ear, hey, I just shaved my vagina. You know what that means? I said, yeah, it means the fucking drain is clogged again.
Liquid Drano. Works wonders.
I said to my wife, how come I never know when you have an orgasm? How come you never tell me? She says she doesn't want to bother me at work. My wife went out to lunch with a girlfriend of hers. Her girlfriend tells her she's going to go get a boob job. My wife says, that's nothing. I'm going to go get my asshole bleached. Her girlfriend says, I cannot imagine Glenn is a blonde. I said to my wife, let's go on a vacation. She said, being married to you is a vacation. I said, oh, honey, that is so sweet. She said, not really. You were the last resort. I said, well, as a last resort, how about a BJ? How about a little deep throat? She said, with the size of your penis, it's more like a gargle and spit in a rinse. I said to my wife, don't you understand? I just want to make you the happiest woman in the world. She said, I am going to miss you. I said, maybe we'll just need to put a little spark back in our marriage. So she tasered me. People ask me all the time, why would you have a $500,000 life insurance policy on your wife? I said, because that is a gamble I am willing to take. My wife says to me, am I aware that a bull can make love over 2,000 times a year? She says, what the hell's the matter with you? I said, is a bull fucking the same cow every day?
That wasn't funny, man.
I will leave you with this one please. I am begging everybody in this room, please, if you're using Viagra, please make sure it's made in the USA, because we wouldn't want the Chinese meddling in our erections. Good night, everybody.